Folks, we're coming at you live from Washington, D.C. We're in the Eisenhower Executive Office building just to the west of the West Wing of the United States White House. It is our pleasure to welcome now Kaelan Dorr. He is the Deputy Communications Director, Deputy Assistant to the President, and White House Deputy Communications Director. Kaelan, thanks for coming on.
How's it going, man? So you were just telling me this is your first time here, right?
It is, yeah.
All right, this will not be your last time. I guarantee you we're going to bring you back next go-around.
That's fantastic, man.
All right.
We're just so blown away to be part of this. It's an honor.
Yeah, well, no, and this is a part of something we're doing in the run-up to the 100th day. We're going to try and bring in as many outlets as humanly possible. We'll follow up with you with a final number because I think we're going to get pretty close to 100, if not well over. So we're excited. Wow. But this is about, we've done this consistently since January 20th. We did we've actually done this once before. We've done this with podcasters. And then we also did something similar in the Rose Garden with local TV because who's watching CNN, man? No one's watching CNN. And the people that aren't listening, but the people who are watching you and listening to you right now, they're going to take away something from this interview. They're going to go tell a loved one about it. And I think that's most important, that we provide some semblance of value to the media because Lord knows you weren't getting it for 4 years there. No
doubt about it. And Mississippi is Trump country. Mm-hmm. And we are broadcasting across the state of Mississippi today, and there are a lot of people tuned in at this moment in time that are just so pleased that Mississippi is being included in this event. So we're very grateful for that, very appreciative. And working with Bryn, she's been just fantastic to work with.
Bryn's pretty great. I'm glad she's not going to be able to watch this live so I can say all the nice things about it, and she can't come back at me later. So that's perfect. Totally great.
It's awesome. So it's a big job just keeping up with all the activity with this president in a good way. We're used to the prior administration. Unfortunately, we had it for 4 years, but putting the lid on, it seems like, on a daily basis, you get, just kind of smidgens and trickling of information and often wouldn't even take questions, was just not communicating with the press, but more importantly, with the American people.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you think we're doing?
I think you're doing fantastic.
Give me a grade.
I'd give you an A. I mean, okay. I would. I'd give you an A.
What do I got to do to get an A plus?
An A plus. Get a trade deal done so we can get some stability in the markets.
I know they're working on it. I know they're working on it. Oh, no, hold on. I want to talk to you about that.
Okay,
right?
Sure.
So stability in the markets, right?
Yeah.
All these guys are talking about uncertainty. Uncertainty here, uncertainty there.
Yep.
How long has President Trump been talking about doing this exact thing?
No, we knew this was coming. I would agree that I think it's gross overreaction.
He's been talking about doing it for 30, 40 years, man.
He has been, yeah.
Nothing is more certain than anything that we've done so far. I'm not biting your head off.
I'm totally
biting
with
off
you.
Their heads, right? Nothing has been more certain than everything we've done so far. We've secured the border. We said we're going to do it. It is an indictment of the political class in this country that someone says they're going to do something, then they go and do it, and it's seemingly uncertain.
Yeah.
Right? That is an indictment of the quality of the customer service that your government has been providing you so far that we're looking to overturn and make better. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that so far.
So let me present it this way and get your take on it. This president is a disruptor. Mm-hmm. in a positive way. And I think what we've had in the past, what we're sort of accustomed to, is the status quo. I like to call it tradition for the sake of tradition, really not rooted in any logic or...
Oh, it doesn't serve you.
What's that?
It doesn't serve you as an American taxpayer.
Exactly. So this president, I believe, doesn't look at all the reasons you can't do something. Rather, he figures out a way to get things done. Mm-hmm. And I think what we're accustomed to are these career bureaucrats that are just always thinking about all the bureaucratic hurdles that you just can't negotiate and overcome and get things done. This president doesn't accept that.
And what I love is that, there are clips on the internet of Bill Clinton and other Democrat presidents talking about doing exactly what we've been doing, right? Suddenly they're not for it. We found a tweet from Senator Van Hollen. You're going to love this. We found a tweet from Senator Van Hollen, who obviously is a MS-13 gang member sympathizer and simp, as I've called him. The word simp is now on the presidential record. We found a tweet from him in 2017 where he's calling on President Trump to be harsher on MS-13.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, can you believe it? You think these people are serving you? They're not.
No doubt.
And I think we've found time after time these contradictions in both policy and rhetoric that, if you're a Democrat, I don't know how you go to sleep with yourself. I don't know how you live because you don't stand for anything, right? When you stand for everything, you stand for nothing.
Agreed.
And this president has done a really good job of backing them into a corner, right? They're out here defending literal murderers, literal fentanyl dealers. We got a lot of slack because we posted a meme of Tom Homan arresting a fentanyl dealer, and people were crying that we weren't respecting the humanity of this woman who is likely responsible for the murder of men, women, and children in our country. How disgusting is that? They didn't stand up for anyone at the joint address to Congress a few months ago.
Right.
We're talking, angel moms. We're talking survivors of cancer. We're talking, people who have served their country valiantly. They didn't stand for any of it. They don't stand for anything, man.
It feels like, honestly, Kaelan, that they show more deference to criminals, to illegals, than they do law-abiding American citizens.
And this is what you see. You got a vacuum of leadership on the other side of the aisle that is truly astounding because I'll say this, business is good when you're not in power, right? Business is typically good. It's a lot easier to play offense than it is to play defense, as a lot of people in this industry will tell you. And it is truly astounding to me that they have not found a leader. I think it's because the far left of their party holds the center hostage. And I think that's what we've seen time after time here over the last, under 100 days now. You said it's been chaotic, it's been a lot, should be a hard job, it's been the easiest job. Because we're simply checking things off a to-do list. And we're finding creative ways to innovate. We have the space to be creative and innovate the way that we communicate to the American public. I was telling somebody here earlier, part of my portfolio is the digital team. We do things like this as well, media affairs. And I've never felt more empowered to go out there and knock some skulls together and really make some waves than in any other job. And that typically is not the case, when you work at the White House. I was here last time, and traditionally jobs like these are very sterile. You need a crew from Madison Avenue to come workshop, your 150-character tweet. It makes no sense. We're out here letting it fly because we believe in what the president is doing, and we know that the American people voted exactly for this.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? We talk about social media. I have not heard once someone say, "I just wish you would tweet less." That's all we got last time.
That's right.
That's all we got last time.
Yeah.
When people pull me aside, they go, I love his policies, man. I love them so much. But if you see him, could you ask him to tweet a few less times? I haven't heard that once since we've been here in 100 days.
I haven't either.
And it's because this is what people want.
Well, he made it clear yesterday, I guess, via his Truth Social platform, his disgust with the courts and them interfering with this deportation of these bad people in our country.
Brother man, these people are horrible human. They are criminals. They are gang members. I saw somebody on the left tweet the other day that, what exactly constitutes being in a gang? Is it like paying membership dues? No, these people are doing awful things to the American public. People don't feel safe in their communities. I just had a child just days before we took office. I think she was born on December 27th. Obviously, we started on the 20th. I do not know how, as a parent, you can sit by and watch idly while Democrats, and you don't have a problem with this because you're Mississippi. There's good people down there. But some of these people in some of these states, we got some folks from Michigan here today, and I don't know how you sit idly by and let your career politicians sell your children's safety and future. They mortgage it to the highest bidder. It's absurd to me. Having something to fight for makes all this worthwhile. These people have nothing to fight for. They're just simply fighting against the president at the detriment of our country.
Yeah, so
and
true.
It's truly hard to watch.
Well, if there's one thing that he took care of and addressed and made progress on in a hurry, it was the border. And he told us
Oh, my God, it's done.
But the Democrats continued to maintain that, we need to pass more laws. And the president said, no, we just need a new president.
That's
and
it.
I think he proved that.
Yeah. No, it's truly astounding. They made it seem, so there are a few things I want to talk about, and I know we don't have forever, but one of the greatest original sins or the greatest lies that the Democrats have ever told you was that it takes a Herculean effort to simply just do what's right? It doesn't. This president has shown that anyone can do it.
Yeah.
If you just have the simple courage to go out there and put
common
your foot
sense
down.
stuff.
It's courage, it's common sense, it's pragmatism, and it's just the desire to make your country a better place. You love your country, you love your neighbor. These people go out there, and for 10 years plus, they've painted the president as some sort of awful demon who wants to, imprison minorities senselessly and do horrible things. That couldn't be farther from the truth. He loves this country so much, he took a bullet for it.
That's so
and
true.
That's an indisputable fact.
That's absolutely true.
Your music selection's great, by the way.
Oh, thank you. We our producers do a great job. We got another short segment right after this. If you got to go, you got another.
I got to bop around because we've got a couple of really cool things going on in the admin today. But
I really appreciate you joining us. Thank you, Kaelan. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Folks, we're at the